Greetings and salutations, Internet Dozens. It is I, Wolfenetic, and here we go with another episode from me to you through the Internet via the YouTube platform. Okay, I'm gonna slow down now. Okay. See, I do have a natural stutter, but I can turn it off if I do a character, if I speak as a character, or if I suddenly all of a sudden pick up the pace is 211 and it's weird, you know. It's like my body works slower than my mind. So I've previously covered this one, and now I have this one, the Maps and Miscellany for Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. There seems to be a lot of Mad Mages in Dungeons and Dragons in 5th edition. I pulled these out already. As I said before, there's all the panels for all the maps. This is a handy dandy folder of all maps. So, whoop, I'm going to set that there. It stands actually fairly well. Same thing for Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. It stands fairly well, provided you don't have all the cards in the sleeves. It makes as a good extension for your DM screen. But as I said, there's actually new, nice quality maps. The only knock I have to give, and the same thing the knock I gave on the Guildmasters, is that all the maps have numbers on them. So if you were to hand these out or take sections from them, you would have to white out all the numbers so your players are not indicated as to which is the proper path to go, or have a quick reference for their meta knowledge in games. There's a handy dandy 1 square equals 10 feet marker on the bottom, as well as a north earth point on each map. The maps are fairly glossy and fairly high quality. Overall, they're pretty handy They're handy dandy to use for your Dungeon of the Mad Mage adventure. So it's always so nice. This is a mega dungeon. This is actually one of the very few mega dungeons and one of the very few campaigns or adventures, because it's technically not a campaign. That's modern usage of the term campaign. Campaign is actually something else. I have to do videos on terminology and concepts, going from older editions of Dungeons & Dragons to newer editions. However, if you really truly want to get into that stuff, I would suggest going over to the Questing Beast and check out his channel. He does great videos on the topic and the OSR scene. As you can see, these maps are actually quite nice. They're both double-sided. I'm going to put that back in here and pull out the next. And there's a lot of maps, but there's also some non-maps. It goes to the back side. There's actually 2 maps, Stardock and a few others. There's the Nautiloid ship. The Scavenger lower deck. Oh, that's the Scavenger. Brain fart on that one. More dungeon. Hallister's Tower. Then you got the small city on the backside. You know, the town of Skullport. The only negative I have to give with these is that there's no big title for each one on the map. I had a brain fart. I'd have those constantly. There's a handy dandy key on the backside of this last one in the Skullport section. And then there is some very important cards tied to various runes and various other important concepts within the dungeon. like the Death Tyrant and the Emerald Blade. Death Tyrant, Emerald Blade. They're not, they're not. They don't have anything on the backside other than the Dungeons and Dragons ampersand. I do say, for in a case of a mega dungeon, I would say these maps would be very useful to sample from for players. However, the DM has to, as I said, remove the numbers, and it'd be very useful for the DM to keep track of stuff, because they can put like a little pin or a piece of candy right on top of one of the squares, so they can. This is where the party is right now. Oh, and they can construct based on the area around them and go from there. My big issue is that, as I said before, there's no big name. There's no indication on what level it is. These are pretty much all different levels. This says up to level 16. So the problem is with these maps, you might have to take like a post-it note or attach something to them that says level 1, level 2, level 3, level 16, Skullport, Stardock. Okay? There's still a little bit of work for the DM. However, they are quite good as a starting point. And they also provide a few extra fun things added in. I'm going to have to say like this is like a 4, particularly for Dungeons and the Mad Mage. Yeah. And as I said, it could double as a screen or a corner screen. So there you go. I will leave a link in the description to Amazon. It is not, as of this making of this video or the near future, an affiliate link. It's just a regular link. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. If you have any questions or requests, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will get to them as soon as I can or work them into my schedule. Thank you very much for watching. Have a delightful day, a nice night, and a wonderful week, and see you next time.